Once Kristi Van Es's eyes were opened, life would never be the same. Leaving her comfortable life as a school teacher at the tender age of 29, moved to India on her own and started the Offspring project.
Offspring is your baby. How would you describe it in a nutshell?
I would say we work with young women rescued from sex trafficking, and we're a transitional centre, so we want to help them from that phase of being rescued to what that next phase of life looks like.
And you're in charge of the whole project?
I'm in charge.
Was it your brainchild?
Yeah, a few events happened which really just stirred that sort of passion, I suppose, within me to want to do something about it. And so I went from there and got on a plane to India. And
so I guess we all have maybe images or ideas of what human trafficking might be, but what's the reality?
Well, human trafficking is the fastest growing crime in the world today. And so it's growing faster than illegal weapons or drugs, because a human being you can sell over and over again. A drug you can only sell once. And listening to these stories of these girls put into scenarios where they're forced to see 12 men, in one setting, or, X amount of men per day. Things that I could never imagine. Like you hear statistics and you read statistics, but to hear them talk about what's happening to these girls, that for me started something that I couldn't look the other way. I couldn't sort of go, that's a shame. It was like, I have to do something about this.
Oh my goodness. And what is the first step you take when you get there?
I remember at the time being on the plane being like, Kristi, you can't, what are you doing? Like, turn this plane around. But it was just basically meeting one person to the next, talking, networking, and how we can be involved.
So when it comes to the actual rescue, are you hands-on or do you hand that over?
Sometimes I think people think I go in like with a black hoodie and, get these girls, but we partner with lots of different organisations that go in and do the rescues with the police. They go in and do the rescues, and then they refer the girls on to us.
So why is the transition part so important?
When I first went to India, I did a year of research, and for me it was trying to figure out what the need was. Because we can set up something thinking, this is a great idea, and it's not actually needed. It's not as simple as just going back home. There's stigma sometimes placed at home, and sometimes the communities aren't safe for them to go home. And we've had girls that have come with us and have said at the beginning that once they're allowed to leave, they'll go back into the trade because they don't know anything else.
That's the saddest part, isn't it?
Yeah, and so for us it's instilling that worth in them, it's instilling value, it's knowing that there is another option, there is another way, and it's the beautiful thing after a few months where they start to realise that, and you see like that light bulb go on and they're like, actually I want to be a beautician, I want to be a sewer, I want to be this, and you start to see their personality and them come out.
And that's when you say, that's why I'm doing this.
Deep breath, and you're like, that's why we do what we do.
You are opening our eyes to so many things. You're an amazing young woman and you're going to inspire so many people. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.